What made you want to join the Air Force?
So originally what kind of tempted me towards the Air Force was I was really into aviation and stuff like that. So I was going to college to be a pilot and just kind of realized that college wasn't necessarily for me at the time. I still had a lot of growing up to do and maturing. So I decided to join the Air Force to kind of give me that discipline and really push me further and give me more experience in aviation.
Did you have any other plans for the future, like besides being a Air Force member?
Yeah, so like I said in the last answer, I was going to college to be a pilot. I've kind of always wanted to be a pilot and fly and stuff like that. Still see that in my future and stuff like that. At least getting like my pilot's license and stuff like that. But definitely, the Air Force wasn't my plan A for sure.
What's your favorite thing about being in the Air Force?
My favorite thing about the Air Force is probably getting to work with a whole bunch of people from all around the world. When you go to basic training, you don't really know who you're going to meet or where those other people are going to be from. So really enter the diversity of the Air Force and really the military in general is really big. So that's probably been one of my favorite things about joining the military is just getting to meet new people and experience different cultures from really just all around the world. Because people who join the military aren't just from the United States. A couple of my friends here are actually from the Philippines and stuff like that. So it's very diverse.
Oh, that's cool.
Really cool. How has joining the Air Force changed your life in any way?
So it's definitely given me more leadership abilities and being able to take on responsibility and kind of grow as a person. Like I said, I wasn't really ready for college straight out of high school just because I was just I wasn't mature enough and I wasn't in the right place, so I didn't want to waste the money to go to college. So it really kind of made me mature. One, having to work with a whole bunch of people that I wasn't familiar with, and definitely being put in roles that I had to step up and be a leader. So that's definitely been a game changer.
What does a typical day look like for you?
For me, basically I wake up at 6 a.m. I put on my uniform, drive to work, and then I'm typically in the office from 7:30 to 4:30. My job pretty much consists of inputting data and stuff like that for pilots and air crew members. Once they do their mission and do what they got to do, they come back with all this documents and paperwork that they have to fill out. And once they fill that out, I basically go in and put that into all of our databases to make sure that they're legal to fly and all their training is up to date and stuff like that. And then after that, the day is free to is my time, and I go home. And I'm currently trying to get my pilot's license, like I said earlier. So I spend a lot of time doing stuff for that and just kind of other hobbies.
Is it hard being in the Air Force?
It's definitely, at first, when you first come in, it might seem kind of hard just because of the cultural change and the mentality of the Air Force and really the military in general. So at the very, I'd probably say your first year and a half is definitely kind of hard just because you have to make that mental adjustment and that, attitude adjustment. But after that, once you kind of get settled in and you kind of get the, hold of things and how things work in the military, it's pretty smooth sailing after that. So it's nothing to be discouraged about or, it's nothing to be like, oh, like I don't want to go in the military because it's going to be hard or anything like that.
What are some benefits of joining the Air Force?
So there's plenty of benefits in the military, whether it's school. So like I said, I didn't want to waste my time and money going to college when I knew I just wasn't ready. So there's always the free college joining the military. Not only that, you don't even have to wait until you're out of the military to go to school. You can take school, college classes while you're in the military, like I'm currently doing. There's, if you want to do the 20 years, you have, a retirement after 20 years. So if you come in at the age of 18 or 19, you get to retire at the age of 39, which I think is, a lot of people underestimate that. It really teaches you financial, security and stuff like that. So there's a plethora of benefits and lessons you can learn in the military other than just, serving your country.
Did your experiences in school help you through the Air Force?
Um, yes and no. And I say that because obviously there's a a baseline of knowledge you need to know to join the military. To join the military, before you even join the military, you have to take what is called an ASVAB test. And basically what's on that is just general knowledge stuff. So, and they're broken down into categories of like administrative, mechanical, electrical, and I forget the fourth one. So like you do need to know like your basic mathematics and how your basic physics and stuff like that. But as far as like having to like do calculus or anything like high level once you graduate, high school, not necessarily, but definitely the learning processes you learn in in middle school and high school is definitely something you can take into the military.
Do you have any advice for the students wanting to join the Air Force in the future?
My personal advice would be, just unless you are adamant of joining the military, I'd say definitely look at all your avenues before joining. It's not for everyone, but I give respects to anyone who decides to sign on the dotted line and join the service, and just be ready to have a different mentality because it's definitely there. How do I put it? I don't want to be discouraging people from joining the military, but it's definitely a different beast from being a civilian. And the expectations of you are definitely set higher. So anyone who thinks they're just going to come in and do a 4-year commitment and get out and just be nothing happened, that those 4 years will definitely change you and definitely change who you are. So just definitely be ready for a life-changing experience.
Anything else to say to our Chapa community?
I was a Chapa Cougar, I don't know what, 10 years ago or more. So, I love all y'all, Cougar till the day I die. But, just, don't be afraid to be you. And if you're looking to join the military, the Air Force is, the military in general are looking for people who can, think on their own and not necessarily just listen to orders, but to be able to think freely and come be innovative. So if that definitely sounds like your cup of tea, the military is definitely willing to welcome y'all in, and I hope y'all have a safe school year.
Hi, honey.
Hey, Mom.